Hello all. Now I am going to discuss a problem on root locus, different concept. Here I am not extending the rules here, but the root locus, the shape of the root locus is different, the concept is different. We have to go through it definitely. So here we have to go for one prediction. What is the prediction is, okay, after drawing, after third point we can discuss. It will be very easy to understand. So what is the first point? Root locus is always symmetrical about the real axis. Over, you have to write, every time you have to write. Okay, so I will write here. Root locus is always symmetrical around the real axis. First point. And second one is number of poles P is equals to 2. P1 0, P2 minus 1. Every time you have to like this. Okay, number of zeros Z is equal to 1. So Z1 is equal to minus 2. Next, P minus Z is equal to 1. Next, we have to draw the 0 minus 1. Sorry. P1 0, P2 minus 1. Okay. And what is 0? It is minus 2. And we have to mention where the root locus is present on the real axis. This side no root locus, and this is the root locus, and this one is not root locus, and this side it is root locus. Okay, how to draw root locus? We have to consider one pole to the right side of one, either pole or 0. You have to consider one point to the right side of that pole or 0. There should be odd number of poles or zeros should be present. Then only it will be the root locus. This side I am not having anything. If I consider this one pole is present, odd number. So this real axis is becoming, it is acting as a root locus. If I consider 0, 2 poles, 2 is nothing but even number. So this is not a root locus part. Next, somewhere around here, anywhere if you consider the one pole or a 0, to this point, right side I am having 1, 2, 3. You have to consider both poles and zeros. 3, odd number. So it is a root locus. Okay. So what is the prediction you have to see here is, whenever there is a 0 on the real axis and to the left side of that 0, if there are no poles or zeros on the real axis, like this. 0 is there last, and I am not having any poles and zeros to the left side of this 0. With entire section of real axis to the left side of that 0 acts as a root locus. Yes. Now there exists a breakaway point to the left side of that 0. There should be a breakaway point to the left side of the 0. So how? We will see now. Okay. Already we know that if two poles are sitting side by side, definitely there exists a breakaway point. And what is the prediction I am doing here? If I am having a 0 or a pole, and to the left side I am not having any zeros and poles, and left side of this real axis is acting as a root locus, then there exists a breakaway point. How? We will see now. This is about the third step. Next, what is fourth step? Calculation of angle of asymptotes. As p minus z is equals to 1, so you have to consider only one q value. So theta 1 is equals to 2q plus 1 into 180 degrees divided by p minus z. So 180 degrees divided by 1. So only one angle you have to consider, that is theta 1, 180 degrees. Next you have to calculate centroid. That is equal to summation of real part of poles minus summation of real part of zeros divided by p minus z, 1 plus 2 by 1. So I will get centroid as 1. Now breakaway point. How to calculate breakaway point? We have to construct the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation 1 plus GSHS equal to 0. And what is G of S? They have given K into S plus 2 by S into S plus 1. And characteristic equation is nothing but denominator of the closed loop transfer function. So closed loop transfer function is nothing but GS by 1 plus GSHS. You have to substitute given GSHS in this formula such that you can easily get the characteristic equation H of S as 1. So the characteristic equation will become K into S plus 2 by S into S plus 1 into K into S plus 2. This is the characteristic equation. The denominator of the closed loop function is nothing but characteristic equation. See, this is 1 plus GSHS and 1 plus GSHS. So S into S plus 1 into S plus 1 plus K into S plus 2 equal to 0 is the characteristic equation. After simplification, I got K is equal to minus S square minus S divided by I got K as S into S plus 1 by S plus 2. So X by Y, we have to do the differentiation by first Y into differentiation of X is 2S plus 1 minus S square plus S into differentiation of this one. I'll get 1 and make it equal to 0. So after simplification, 2s square plus s plus 4s plus 2 minus s square minus s equal to 0. So s square plus 4s plus 2 equal to 0. Now the roots s1 and s2 is equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a minus 4 plus or minus 16 minus 8 divided by 2. So minus 4 plus or minus root 8 divided by 2. Okay. So after simplification I got minus 2 plus or minus root 2. Okay. So this is nothing but center and radius. What is center and radius will show. So minus 2 plus or minus root 2 s1 and s2 is nothing but minus 0.6 and minus 3.4. Okay, so we got two breakaway points, minus 0.6 and minus 3.4. So we'll see. Minus 0.6 means somewhere around we'll have minus 0.6, and one more breakaway point is minus 3.4. So somewhere around we'll get breakaway point. Okay, so Here two breakaway points we got, and these two are official breakaway point, that is acceptable breakaway point, valid breakaway points. Okay, so how two routes will try to move towards each other, and they are going to break away at this point, and they are moving away, and centroid is 1, this one, and what is angle we got? It is 180 degrees. So like this we are having asymptote. Asymptotes means always the roots will, the branches of the root locus will follow the asymptote. Here the asymptote is 180 degrees along the real axis, and we are having two breakaway points. Now how to conclude, how to draw the root locus means, here two poles try to move and they will collide at breakaway point, and they are like this. So this root locus will try to move, and this root locus branch will try to move. One is going to terminate at 0, and another one is going to terminate at infinity. Okay, and here I have written center plus radius. -2 is a center, √2 is the radius of the circle. -2 is a center and √2 is the radius. Okay, actually the circle will be bigger like this. It will be like this, and here -3.4 will be there. Then it will be the radius, root. Okay, thank you.